Community radio at its best. 107.8 TudnoFM.
Right then, folks, that was a bit of One Direction with Little Things. Now we are joined in the studio by John and Barney. How are we, guys?
We're very well, thanks.
Very well, thank you. Yeah. How's things here?
Very warm for some reason.
Yeah, I turned the fan off because it was loud.
I think it's body heat.
I think it's the sheer energy in this room, isn't it? I know.
Since Barney came in, everything's got really hot.
That's why we're here. Come to see the show. There's a lot of heat in the audience.
Fantastic. Right, well, you're here because you're doing Peter Pan in Venue Cymru.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, before I hand you over to Alice, just a quick question. What got you both into panto?
Well, for me, it was a check.
Fair enough.
It was the buffet for me. They do a really nice spread during the shows. It's
No, I mean, Barney, you know, you've done Peter Pan a few times. This is your fourth Peter Pan.
This is fourth Peter Pan. Yes, it's the boy who doesn't grow up. Kind of typecast in my case, I think, a little bit. I like the idea that I don't have to grow up for a few weeks, and it's just a bit of fun, you know. Yeah. And Peter Pan's it's a musical rather than a pantomime. I think it tells a story, and you're on a journey from start to finish. You know, that's what the director used to say, isn't it? I want to take you on a journey.
Take you on a journey,
And we kind of try. And the problem we've got is that you've got someone like John in the show who not only is funny on stage but also off, and I have problems following him on the stage because he does certain things some nights and he puts them in last minute. And there's a particular scene where Hook actually puts his hook up Smee's Jaxie to calm him down a little bit because he's being a bit naughty. And Johnny here blows on his bum to cool it down, and it's the funniest thing.
But
honestly.
I've been doing that. I mean, I did that when you were a kid. Remember when you used to, if you fell over and hurt your hand, you used to blow on them, didn't you? So we wouldn't cry till you went round the corner. You do that.
Yeah.
But you can't listen to the radio. See that, listeners? And didn't you? And then you go around the corner and have a cry, but you'd blow on it as well first. And I did it every night. I swear to God, I've done it every time.
I only saw it for the first time a couple of nights ago.
He's in the wings laughing, weren't you?
I've got to come on straight after you for a serious bit. It's the pirate fight.
That's why I like it. That's why I like panto, because you get that whole plot going on.
Yeah.
And then like just splurged right in the middle of the plot is my character, and that I only carry a minimal amount of plot, hardly any at all, and it's just like, you know, just get on and make a mess of it.
Well, you carry a parrot, really.
Okay, yeah, that's plot. Yeah, because a parrot gets bigger every time I go on. You know.
Fair enough.
From egg to fully grown parrot.
Yes. 2 hours 20 minutes.
It doesn't take too much, does it, really, to ask why we want to do panto? It's such good fun. It really is, and I hope the audience that comes to see it has the same fun we do.
Yeah.
We genuinely enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I was so tired yesterday afternoon between shows. I was like, oh God, come on. Tonight's show is brought to you by Pro Plus, you know. But the audiences have been superb, haven't they?
They really have,
From the off-go, they've been just great, and so they just lift you so much. Brilliant. You know, I know that sounds really twee and a bit Hollywood to say.
It's right, it's like being in the Coliseum. You know, you walk out there and you hear that cheering.
Actually, yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's good fun.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of my questions actually was going to be how much do you... Sort of, no.
All of your questions.
How much do you actually improvise? Because I went to see it on the opening night, and it just looks like you improvise a lot of the script.
I think the trick is, I think, and I know Barney will do, because obviously, if you know, when you're doing your TV, you might be working off an auto cue. I don't know, but it doesn't come across like that then, which is good because you don't use it.
No.
Anyway, la da 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 da. No, it's got to come across as if you are just, you know, ad-libbing it. I think, and I think that's the beauty of the script work. If you just got to do it as if it's the first time you've ever said it. That sounds so stupid.
It's right though. The best ad-libs are the rehearsed ones.
And there are some rehearsed ones that we do every year, you know. And we keep trying to wheedle them in a little bit, and the traditional panto bits and everything, you know. But I'm glad you thought that. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a timing thing for me. I think the best comics in the world have got timing.
Timing.
Timing. Because the timing isn't necessarily the same timing every time, which is kind of a weird thing. You know, if you can go and play an audience and you can tell jokes, and you can tell the jokes completely differently the second night, but the timing of it is crucial to the audience that are there on the night. And John's an expert at that. You know, it's about reading the audience and how far they're prepared to go with you on your journey. Because your journey takes a different sort of path to mine.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah.
I sort of have fairies and fairy dust, and you have parrots and and sword fights.
Yeah.
It's mad. Yeah. Actually, I can't give it away, can I? Because you're a pirate, but you're a good pirate.
I know. Yeah. That was the first time I did Peter Pan. I thought I couldn't get my head around that. I was thinking, I want to make sure that, you know, the kids know that I'm all right, really. And thankfully the director this time was tuned into that and said, yeah, that's fine, you know, we can do that. So there's various tricks and you can do it, you know. He's laughing away there.
I'm still thinking about you blowing on you.
I hope nobody's coming halfway through the interview there now.
It's such a brilliant part of the show. It really
mad,
is.
Isn't it? But I've done it every time.
I
was
haven't
telling
seen
my
it.
wife last night, you know, I said I did this thing and she went, yeah, but she thinks I'm a fool anyway. I told her, so it was really funny and she went,
Yeah. Oh, John. Brilliant.
Anyway.
So you've done a pantomime in Llandudno before, haven't you? Did you? last year?
This is my 6th year now.
Oh, is it?
Sixth consecutive year, yeah.
Do you like it here then?
I love it. It's great, yeah. I have a great time here, you know. And I'm staying up here now from tomorrow because I've been driving backwards and forwards. Now the kids are off school. I'm going to... We're sort of camping down here now.
Yeah.
We're not camping. We're living in a house. We're renting. I'm not going to camp. That would be ridiculous.
No.
But cheaper.
Save for the camp
There's
for
a
the
thing
stage.
to think about. Yes. And bring the dogs down and everything. But I love Llandudno. Yeah, it's great. It's a nice place.
Yeah, what do you think of Llandudno? Is this the first time you've been?
It's a seaside town, yeah. It's the first time I've been. I'm from Blackpool, so I find it quite homely. I love the fact that prom's just there and you can smell chips all the time and seagulls nick everything from your bag. I like that. It's it feels like I'm home, to be honest. It's
That is how you sum Llandudno up in literally 30 seconds.
Pretty much,
Spot on.
Smells of
Absolutely
chips and seagulls nick things. Yeah, that's it.
So, what have you done since you've been here then? I mean, you know, are you literally just confined to the Venue Cymru itself, or are you getting out and about and doing stuff in
I am a little
Llandudno?
bit, because I've been coming in, travelling in. So I travel in, get in about an hour before and then do the show, and then it's literally straight in the car and go back.
Yeah.
I don't know with Barney's, have you been out and seen anything? You've been out?
I've been gadget shopping.
Have you?
A few of my friends have told me they've seen you around different shops.
Yeah, no, if it's got lights,
A few of
flashes
my
and makes
friends have told me
noises.
that they've been following you around some shops.
Oh, that's who it is.
That's me, yeah.
Oh, you can control that then if they're your mates. Oh, and actually, no, it makes sense if they're your mates, actually.
Yeah.
They've been blowing on stuff to cool it down.
Again, I hope nobody's coming halfway through there.
Funny, so funny.
Right, well, what we'll do is we'll take a quick break.
Great.
We're going to play a bit of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we'll come back if you guys are happy to.
I'd love to stay.
Are you going to play
Fantastic.
Sgt. Pepper's?
Just for you.
I'm definitely staying.
Just for you. Right then, so we're back. That was a bit of the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band
Tune.
There we go. We'll add pretty much everything in there. We're still joined by Barney and John. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about the parts that you play? Now, we mentioned that you do Peter Pan and you do Mr. Smee.
That's right, yeah.
Now, have you, I mean, I'm assuming you've done Panto before. What parts have you played and how did they compare?
That's a
Barney.
great question.
Yeah.
This is my 9th panto in total. I've played Buttons and Muddles, who's the sort of, I guess, similar to Smee actually. He's quite he's the comedy character really. He's either Snow White's, well, not really love interest, but he kind of fancies Snow White a little bit. Never gets any closer. Same with Cinderella, same sort of love interest. He's the hopeless fool who doesn't really get too far. Hang on, am I typecasting everything that I do here?
No, you've all thought that anyway.
Anyway, no. So there's a mixture for me. I normally do the either the funny bit or the serious musical bit, which is what Peter Pan is really. He doesn't really get a chance to mess around too much. I have a little play with the audience to start off with, where we have a Peter Pan Says, like Simon Says game, where I get them to do daft things. But the majority of the time, I'm in the air and sprinkling fairy dust and trying to be magical.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's not easy on a diet at KFC and Fanta.
Those poor guys. Yeah, but it's magic, as you said this morning. It's all magic.
Yeah.
I've done only comedy parts really, which I love. You know, I've done Buttons a couple of times. I've done Muddles a whole heap of times. Wishy Washy, which is in Aladdin, and I've done Smee a few times. I have to say, and I know it sounds like I'm just saying this because we happen to be doing Peter Pan, but I think if I had to pick 2 pantos, I'd pick Cinderella and I'd pick Peter Pan. They're the most magical ones, I think, particularly Peter Pan, because even in this hardened time when kids are just playing video games and everything else, you know, when Peter Pan first flies in and it's lit properly and you fly in
Through the smoke,
it just looks stunning, and even the hard-nosed kids go, whoa.
Yeah.
You know?
even the hard-nosed adults that have forgotten how to be kids, you know.
We've got them. That's great.
Yeah.
Were you scared flying? It was quite high.
It was very high, yeah. We've had a few technical things with the flying to start off with. Obviously, it's completely magic. It's real magic,
Yeah.
please,
Yep.
anybody listening. But there are a few technical things that can happen with it. And so the night you came, we had a fun old time because the wires were twisted for the majority of the show. And I was fighting that quite a lot. So I was kicking and waving my arms about magically at the same time.
Well,
I'd like
you
to say.
couldn't
But-
tell.
Really fast at the end as well. I've only seen
Oh,
that last
we've
night.
picked up some speed by the end
I
of
got
it. Yeah,
into
it's
the dressing
brilliant.
room last night because I go off just the very before at the finale. There's like a minute's reprise kind of thing, and I was off in the dressing room looking, and you really go at it.
Yeah, it's picked up speed more and more since the guys that are in charge have got more confident.
How many nights are you doing at Venue Cymru from start to finish?
We opened on the 6th, was it? And we're here till the 30th.
Yeah, something like that.
Or the 8th to the 30th.
We're here till the 31st, 12 a.m. it says.
Yeah,
No, we're not.
that's not the 31st, not on.
Does it really say that on the
Does
website?
It does say it on the
website.
website.
I hope no one's booked tickets. I'm not going to be there for that.
No, I'm not, strangely enough.
Well, then it's on the 30th, 5
finished.
p.m. then. We'll just pretend that one's not there.
I'll be in London on that day, so that's not good, is it?
Trust me.
How many dates are you booked for Peter Pan then, all in all? Is it nationwide
2
or is
shows
it?
a day. No, just Clandidno.
I'm with you.
2 shows a day. So how many, 40 shows?
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
It's demanding. It's demanding.
I can imagine.
I mean, I was thinking like yesterday. I use Twitter and everything, and I put on Twitter. It's not I never ever class this as a serious, proper job. You know what I mean? I'm very fortunate to be doing what I'm doing. When you see people with what I call a proper job, like a fireman or a nurse or a doctor or a teacher, who work proper hard all the time. This is as close as I get to working proper hard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
Shattered. So I was like, big respect out.
I work in
Again,
TV.
why I did that fist pump there?
Yeah.
We can imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I work in telly normally, and they're quite long days. And before I left from Blue Peter to come here, they said, "Well, I hope you enjoy a nice, relaxing time in Panto." And it's well, unless you come and see the shows and realise just how physical they are. It's
Do you prefer working on TV or in theatre?
I love all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to do radio years ago, and a bit of telly and a bit of theatre. Anything really.
Yeah.
Anything that involves a bit of creativity and being, having the chance to perform. I've been the same since I was a kid. You look at any photograph of me at 4 and 5 years old, I've got something on my head, and I've got a pretend guitar, and I'm performing for some of my relatives at some point. It's just something that I love doing. It doesn't matter where I am, whether I'm
I
on
saw a
telly or
video of
theatre.
you playing the keyboard the other day as well.
Did you?
With someone called Tom Vaughan, maybe. You were playing keyboard on YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, they're a bit of fun. They're just a little bit of a laugh at his house, really. They're nothing. Wow, you've seen that?
Yeah, I don't know how. It just came up with all the Barney Harwood stuff.
Right. Yeah, no, that's just a bit of fun. I like playing piano. So
Yeah.
Tom's
I
a mate of
didn't
mine.
actually know you could sing either until I went to the pantomime.
Well, I can't sing. I proved that in
You
the pantomime when
She's
you
got a
come
nice
see it.
voice.
I sound a bit like somebody lost.
A lost
In
boy.
the fog.
Lost boy, yeah. No, you do. Yeah, it's got a nice voice.
Oh.
There's only one direction to take this, really, isn't there?
What a lead
What a
in.
link that was.
Oh,
Let's play some more. Love One Direction.
I've got
Amazing.
to. Just
Ollie Mears
yeah.
is the man at the minute.
Is he?
I'd say Ollie
I like
Mears.
Ollie
Yeah.
Mears.
He's developed, I think, into a very decent. No longer that manufactured pop. But
Yeah.
the only quick question that I've got to ask you before we play a bit of One Direction for you
Fantastic.
is, what does 2013 hold for you both, or do you not know yet?
Signing on. No, I'm kidding. Barney, what are you doing?
I've got a couple of challenges coming up that I've heard about. I got an email only yesterday to say that I'm going to be taking part in a ice skating competition. I can't ice skate, by the way. This is another Blue Peter challenge, but it's going to be synchronised ice skating, even more to the point. So I've got to be part of the team. And Helen and I are attempting a wing walking challenge, which is where we both get strapped to the top end of a wing and we get flown about
I
the
remember
air.
seeing a thing on Blue Peter a while ago now. One of your first things, didn't they hit you with a load of things you don't like
They did, yeah.
on your first assignment?
Yes.
You went on a jet ski.
I don't know, I like that. That was great.
Was it an animal or something? Was it animals?
Frogs, yeah.
Frogs, that was it, yeah.
I don't do frogs. There's a reason. Have you got time to hear the story? It takes
Yeah.
about 30 seconds.
I remember now because I think you told us on the air. Yeah, go on.
For those of you that don't know, I was in Florida on holiday, family holiday with my sister, and frogs, if they get into the pool, the chlorine in the chemicals in the pool actually kills the frogs, but kills them very slowly, so they decompose while they're still alive, effectively. My sister was terrified of this frog that was floating dead in the pool, or what I thought was dead. I'm the big brother, so I'll sort it, don't I? Same with spiders, I'll get the glass in the card and chuck it outside. I can solve all these problems, no problem at all. So I jumped into the pool, I got the frog, and as I picked it up, my finger went through it, into its belly, into its abdomen, and it was still alive, and it gripped my finger. Its muscles tensed around my...
Oh, that's good.
That's disgusting.
That's horrible.
Well, it was that because I flung it off my finger and that kind of, that panic that you do. When if there's any blokes around, you pretend that you're being really hard, but if there's no one around, you do that girly sort of scream. I launched it towards the netting. There's like this mesh around the pool on the outside, and it just disintegrated against this horrible mesh. It's one of the worst experiences of my life, so I no longer want to touch frogs. Thank
Lovely.
Yeah,
Right, on that note,
imagine.
bit of One Direction.
107.8 FM.